Question 1. What should you do when approaching an intersection with limited visibility? A. Speed up to clear it faster. B. Stop in the middle. C. Proceed slowly and be prepared to stop. D. Honk to warn others. The correct answer is C. Proceed slowly and be prepared to stop. Explanation. Limited visibility requires caution and readiness to yield to unseen traffic. Question 2. When driving near cyclists, what must you do? A. Honk to warn them. B. Leave at least 1 to 1.5 meters of clearance. C. Pass closely. D. Flash your high beams. The correct answer is B. Leave at least 1 to 1.5 meters of clearance. Explanation. The law requires giving cyclists safe lateral clearance depending on road speed. Question 3. When entering a highway, how should you merge? A. Stop at the end of the ramp. B. Enter at any speed. C. Adjust speed to match traffic. D. Expect others to yield. The correct answer is C. Adjust speed to match traffic. Explanation. Matching the highway speed allows a smooth and safe merge. Question 4. When following a motorcycle, what is the minimum safe following distance? A. 1 second. B. 2 seconds. C. 4 seconds. D. Half a car length. The correct answer is C. 4 seconds. Explanation. Motorcycles can stop or swerve quickly, so extra space is required. Question 5. What should you do when a traffic signal is not functioning? A. Treat it like a four-way stop. B. Ignore it. C. Drive through without slowing. D. Wait until someone else goes first. The correct answer is A. Treat it like a four-way stop. Explanation. All drivers must stop and proceed in the order they arrive. Question 6. When must you turn your wheels toward the curb? A. When parking uphill with a curb. B. When parking on level ground. C. When parking downhill with a curb. D. When parking in a driveway. The correct answer is C. When parking downhill with a curb. Explanation. Turning wheels toward the curb prevents the vehicle from rolling into traffic. Question 7. What must you do when exiting a highway? A. Slow down on the highway. B. Stop on the shoulder. C. Reduce speed only in the deceleration lane. D. Turn without signaling. The correct answer is C. Reduce speed only in the deceleration lane. Explanation. Braking on the highway is unsafe. Slow only after entering the exit lane. Question 8. When meeting oncoming traffic at night, when must you dim your high beams? A. Within 150 meters. B. Within 300 meters. C. Within 50 meters. D. Within 100 meters. The correct answer is A. Within 150 meters. Explanation. High beams must be dimmed within 150 meters to prevent blinding other drivers. Question 9. When driving in heavy rain, what should you do? A. Use high beams. B. Reduce speed and use low beams. C. Drive at normal speed. D. Turn on hazard lights while moving. The correct answer is B. Reduce speed and use low beams. Explanation. Low beams improve visibility in rain, and slower speeds reduce hydroplaning risk. Question 10. What should you do when an emergency vehicle approaches from behind with lights and siren? A. Stop in the intersection. B. Pull over to the right and stop. C. Continue driving. D. Speed up to get out of the way. The correct answer is B. Pull over to the right and stop. Explanation. You must yield immediately to emergency vehicles using lights or sirens. Question 11. When should you avoid using cruise control? A. On clear, dry highways. B. On wet or slippery roads. C. When traffic is light. D. At night. The correct answer is B. On wet or slippery roads. Explanation. Cruise control can cause hydroplaning and reduces driver control on slippery surfaces. Question 12. Who has the right-of-way at an uncontrolled intersection? A. The vehicle on the left. B. The vehicle on the right. C. The faster vehicle. D. The larger vehicle. The correct answer is B. The vehicle on the right. Explanation. The code requires yielding to the vehicle on the right at uncontrolled intersections. Question 13. What must you do before backing out of a driveway? A. Rely only on mirrors. B. Reverse quickly. C. Yield to pedestrians and traffic. D. Honk before backing. The correct answer is C. Yield to pedestrians and traffic. Explanation. Drivers backing onto a street must yield to all road users. Question 14. When must you dim your high beams when following another vehicle? A. Within 150 meters. B. Within 100 meters. C. Within 300 meters. D. Within 50 meters. The correct answer is B. Within 100 meters. Explanation. To avoid glaring in the mirrors, high beams must be dimmed within 100 meters behind another vehicle. Question 15. What is the correct action when approaching a pedestrian waiting at a crosswalk? A. Continue if traffic is heavy. B. Stop and allow them to cross. C. Honk to warn them. D. Wave them away. The correct answer is B. Stop and allow them to cross. Explanation. Pedestrians have priority once they show intent to cross. Question 16. When must you stop for a school bus on a two-way road with flashing red lights? A. Only if you are behind the bus. B. Only during daylight. C. From both directions. D. Only if children are visible. The correct answer is C. From both directions. Explanation. Vehicles must stop in both directions for a school bus with flashing red lights. Question 17. When is passing another vehicle prohibited? A. On clear straight roads. B. On curves or hills with limited visibility. C. On multi-lane highways. D. When the vehicle ahead is slow. The correct answer is B. On curves or hills with limited visibility. Explanation. Passing is illegal where visibility makes the maneuver unsafe. Question 18. What should you do when approaching a railway crossing with flashing red lights? A. Slow but continue. B. Stop and proceed only when the lights stop. C. Drive around the barrier. D. Honk before crossing. The correct answer is B. Stop and proceed only when the lights stop. Explanation. Flashing red railway signals require a full stop until signals cease. Question 19. When driving at night on a well-lit street, which lights should you use? A. High beams. B. Low beams. C. Parking lights only. D. No lights. The correct answer is B. Low beams. Explanation. Low beams prevent glare for other drivers in illuminated areas. Question 20. When two vehicles reach a narrow bridge at the same time, who must yield? A. The larger vehicle. B. The faster vehicle. C. The vehicle facing the obstacle. D. Neither vehicle. The correct answer is C. The vehicle facing the obstacle. Explanation. The vehicle whose lane is obstructed must yield to oncoming traffic. Question 21. What should you do when approaching a blind intersection? A. Speed through quickly. B. Move forward slowly until you can see clearly. C. Honk continuously. D. Turn around. The correct answer is B. Move forward slowly until you can see clearly. Explanation. Creeping forward safely allows the driver to check for cross traffic before entering. Question 22. When driving on icy pavement, how should you adjust your driving? A. Brake sharply to maintain control. B. Accelerate through the ice. C. Reduce speed and avoid sudden movements. D. Use high beams. The correct answer is C. Reduce speed and avoid sudden movements. Explanation. Icy surfaces demand smooth steering and reduced speed to prevent skidding. Question 23. What do flashing amber lights on a school bus indicate? A. You must stop immediately. B. You may pass the bus. C. The bus is preparing to stop. D. The bus is broken down. The correct answer is C. The bus is preparing to stop. Explanation. Amber lights warn drivers that the bus will soon stop to load or unload children. Question 24. When driving near areas where children are present, what must you do? A. Maintain normal speed. B. Reduce speed and be prepared to stop. C. Flash your lights. D. Honk to alert them. The correct answer is B. Reduce speed and be prepared to stop. Explanation: children may behave unpredictably, requiring slower speed and greater caution. Question 25. If a pedestrian starts crossing while the don't walk signal is flashing, what must you do? A. Honk at the pedestrian. B. Drive through quickly. C. Allow the pedestrian to finish crossing. D. Stop in the crosswalk. The correct answer is C. Allow the pedestrian to finish crossing. Explanation: pedestrians already in the crosswalk have the right to complete their crossing safely. Question 26. When reversing from a driveway, what must you do? A. Back up quickly. B. Rely only on mirrors. C. Yield to pedestrians and traffic. D. Use hazard lights. The correct answer is C. Yield to pedestrians and traffic. Explanation: drivers entering a roadway from private property must yield to all road users. Question 27. How far must you park from a fire hydrant? A. 1 meter. B. 5 meters. C. 3 meters. D. 10 meters. The correct answer is C. 3 meters. Explanation: parking within 3 meters of a fire hydrant is prohibited to allow emergency access. Question 28. When should you drive in the left lane on a highway? A. When passing another vehicle. B. At all times. C. When traveling below the speed limit. D. When traffic is light. The correct answer is A. When passing another vehicle. Explanation: the left lane is reserved for overtaking and must not be used for cruising. Question 29. When can you enter a bus or bicycle reserved lane? A. To overtake traffic. B. To park temporarily. C. To make a turn when permitted. D. At any time. The correct answer is C. To make a turn when permitted. Explanation: reserved lanes may be entered only when needed for turning or accessing driveways. Question 30. When must you dim high beams for oncoming vehicles? A. Within 300 meters. B. Within 50 meters. C. Within 150 meters. D. Within 200 meters. The correct answer is C. Within 150 meters. Explanation: high beams must be dimmed within 150 meters to prevent glare for oncoming drivers. Question 31. When approaching a service vehicle with flashing amber lights, what must you do? A. Pass quickly. B. Slow down and proceed with caution. C. Honk to warn the workers. D. Ignore the lights. The correct answer is B. Slow down and proceed with caution. Explanation: flashing amber lights mean workers or slow-moving vehicles are ahead. Question 32. When approaching a police vehicle with flashing lights on the roadside, what must you do? A. Stop beside it. B. Drive past at full speed. C. Slow down and move over if possible. D. Follow closely. The correct answer is C. Slow down and move over if possible. Explanation: the move-over law requires slowing and changing lanes to protect emergency workers. Question 33. When must a driver yield at a narrow bridge? A. When approaching from the right. B. When arriving first. C. When facing the posted yield sign or obstacle. D. When driving a smaller vehicle. The correct answer is C. When facing the posted yield sign or obstacle. Explanation: traffic facing the hazard or yield sign must give way to oncoming traffic. Question 34. What must you do when approaching a pedestrian using a white cane? A. Slow slightly. B. Wave them across. C. Stop and yield completely. D. Honk to alert them. The correct answer is C. Stop and yield completely. Explanation: a pedestrian with a white cane is visually impaired and has full right-of-way. Question 35. What must you do before crossing a railway track? A. Drive through quickly. B. Rely only on warning lights. C. Look both ways to ensure no train is approaching. D. Stop on the tracks. The correct answer is C. Look both ways to ensure no train is approaching. Explanation. Checking visually ensures the tracks are clear before crossing. Question 36. What should you do before entering a curve on a wet or slippery road? A. Speed up. B. Slow down before entering the curve. C. Brake hard inside the curve. D. Shift gears during the turn. The correct answer is B. Slow down before entering the curve. Explanation. Braking in the curve can cause skidding on slippery surfaces. Question 37. When driving downhill behind another vehicle, what must you do? A. Reduce following distance. B. Maintain normal distance. C. Increase following distance. D. Drive beside the vehicle. The correct answer is C. Increase following distance. Explanation. Downhill driving increases stopping distance, requiring more space. Question 38. What should you do when a green light suddenly turns yellow? A. Accelerate through. B. Stop if you can do so safely. C. Continue without slowing. D. Honk and proceed. The correct answer is B. Stop if you can do so safely. Explanation. A yellow signal means the light will soon turn red, requiring a safe stop. Question 39. When entering a road from an alley, what must you do? A. Accelerate quickly. B. Rely only on mirrors. C. Stop before the sidewalk and yield. D. Enter without looking. The correct answer is C. Stop before the sidewalk and yield. Explanation. Drivers must stop and yield to pedestrians and traffic before entering the roadway. Question 40. When turning left from a one-way street onto a two-way street, where must you turn? A. From any lane. B. From the right lane into the right lane. C. From the left lane into the lane nearest the center line. D. Into any available lane. The correct answer is C. From the left lane into the lane nearest the center line. Explanation. Proper left turns must begin and end in the leftmost appropriate lane. Question 41. When a driver is being overtaken, what must they not do? A. Maintain speed. B. Move to the right. C. Increase speed. D. Stay in their lane. The correct answer is C. Increase speed. Explanation. It is illegal and unsafe to speed up while being passed. Question 42. What must you do when approaching a flashing green arrow? A. Stop completely. B. Proceed only in the direction of the arrow. C. Turn in any direction. D. Wait for a full green light. The correct answer is B. Proceed only in the direction of the arrow. Explanation. A flashing green arrow allows movement only in that direction. Question 43. How should you descend a steep hill safely? A. Coast in neutral. B. Use a lower gear before descending. C. Brake constantly. D. Accelerate downhill. The correct answer is B. Use a lower gear before descending. Explanation. Lower gear provides engine braking and prevents brake overheating. Question 44. Who has the right-of-way in a parking lot? A. Vehicles. B. Pedestrians. C. The larger vehicle. D. Whoever moves first. The correct answer is B. Pedestrians. Explanation. Pedestrians have priority in shared spaces such as parking lots. Question 45. When must you not stop or reverse? A. In a tunnel. B. On a shoulder. C. In a parking lot. D. At an intersection. The correct answer is A. In a tunnel. Explanation. Stopping or reversing in tunnels is dangerous and prohibited. Question 46. What should you do when approaching a flashing amber light at an intersection? A. Stop completely. B. Speed through. C. Slow down and proceed with caution. D. Ignore the signal. The correct answer is C. Slow down and proceed with caution. Explanation. Flashing amber means drivers must be prepared to yield if necessary. Question 47. When must you avoid stopping on a crosswalk? A. Only at night. B. In heavy traffic. C. Always. D. When pedestrians are not present. The correct answer is C. Always. Explanation. Stopping on a crosswalk blocks pedestrian access and is illegal. Question 48. When approaching a flashing red signal, what must you do? A. Slow and continue. B. Treat it like a yield sign. C. Drive through quickly. D. Stop and proceed when safe. The correct answer is D. Stop and proceed when safe. Explanation: flashing red lights are treated as a stop sign. Question 49. When driving behind a snow-clearing convoy, what must you do? A. Pass between the vehicles. B. Follow closely. C. Remain behind and do not overtake. D. Honk to warn them. The correct answer is C. Remain behind and do not overtake. Explanation: passing snowplow convoys is dangerous and prohibited. Question 50. When entering a roundabout, who must you yield to? A. Drivers entering. B. Drivers behind you. C. Vehicles already in the roundabout. D. The slowest vehicle. The correct answer is C. Vehicles already in the roundabout. Explanation: traffic circulating inside the roundabout has right-of-way.